Respected Madam Sundarajan, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Lavnees, dear friends. I thought, let me at outset congratulate the organizer for giving me an opportunity to be here. Digital Gov, if I think as from the government side, it requires governance first and digital only as an instrument. And if you look at on these perspective, and if I put it my own area of work now, which is micro, small and medium enterprises, then I look, is there any role for manufacturing or service enterprises in making this Digital Gov initiative a success? With this limited perspective, I would be speaking to you for a while. If Digital Gov initiative of Government of India is taken in its entire perspective, what we call Make it India, how does it fit in that? And if you have to made in India, it has to be quality, it has to be sustainable. So the slogan of zero defect and zero effect also fits in. If these three, Make it India, zero effect and zero defect, and digital, if all three are combined in any manufacturing or service, it's a huge opportunity for micro, small and medium enterprise to put in their applications, their services, their products, their goods and whatnot. So my ministry looks Digital India on these lines. In addition to delivering government, rather delivering maximum governance by using IT. What we are doing for this in this area, we in the ministry, we do believe that mobile first would be the strategy of all the ministries, including for us. So we have undergone a huge change in our website approach itself. msme.gov.in mobile website is friendly to the mobile also. Earlier it was only you require very high level of software to access to it. So it downloads faster. We have optimized it. We have also put all our instructions, booklets in e-book format, which is the direction from the government. That literature that government rolls out do not reach to the right person. Can we reach to them by using normal means, or why not use digital means? We have linked up over 15,000 employees who are working for this through electronic mail. Whatever we do, they get updated almost instantly. We are also open to now social media like our Facebook and Twitter account, which we update almost instantaneously. Maybe we may not be competing in terms of number of followers, but about 15,000 followers on Facebook and almost similar number on Twitter without any promotion is a good starter in last 2-3 months. Why I am saying all this? Just to prove a point that even governance is changing. In fact, a friend of mine we were talking, okay, now government is behaving like private sector. I will not speak the other thing. So when government is changing and governance is changing, the only way to change and only way to enable this change is digital. Because government not expanding, you don't find anything where posts are being created, people are being filled up, then jobs will be found out in due course and they will deliver governance. It's not the route now. Route is that devise the services in such a manner that you can deliver through digital devices first. I also take the opportunity of welcoming Mr. Chandrasekhar sir. It's always a pleasure to be with you around anywhere in time. So in this environment, when we are using digital, what precisely that Ministry of MSM is doing to incorporate this theme, to incorporate this spirit, what we call it digital. We have made a very small beginning in registration process. As you are aware, in India there are over 57 million enterprises employing about 120 million people, but only less than 2 million are registered. They are not registering with the government because process of registration is full of problems. It exposes them to all other forms of governance. So they stay away. The earlier registration form was also EM1 with 17 items, each item having 10 columns, about more than 300 column information we are asking for registration, as if he is going to get income tax return based on that. So we are changing that. Now we have EM1 and EM2, we have changed it to one page, and we are also linking it to Aadhaar. So what we are calling it Udyog Aadhaar registration. So you register yourself and be part of the formal system. Earlier it was voluntary because the process was so cumbersome. Had we made it mandatory, people could have been out of the system. Now we have enabled system, created ecosystem at the DIC level, where any unit can be registered within almost less than 30 seconds or so, if the system is fast. And the way government is thinking of, the way Madam Sundararajan was saying that speed is going to be LTE and 4G and all those things, registering an MSME enterprise with the government will be much lesser time. But I am one of those who believe that a good road will not create a good bus, and a good bus will not create a good transportation. You need that ecosystem which uses the infrastructure and is ahead of the time. If you go to Bhadoi or any other industrial sector, where industries were there, banks came automatically. Technology came automatically. Even consultants flew in those areas. Universities and schools were created in those areas. So wherever there is economic activity, all other subservient sector will come automatically. Where there is no economic activity, even if you lay the fastest of the fast super highway connectivity, this itself does not add value. And then people say, ab kya hoga? Kya hua? How many people got job? So I am one of those who believe that if we promote micro, small and medium enterprises, we promote manufacturing of goods and services, we will create enough job, and only then we can use digital governance for delivering services. And if you look at the current environment where government is declaring policies and programs, there is a high dose of digital. You can't go for Jan Dhan account unless banks are technologically enabled. Same thing is true for this Atal Pension Yojana, same thing is true for your insurance Jyoti. If it is not having such a robust IT infrastructure, we cannot perhaps deliver these services. When government is ready to move out its applications on digital platform, it is right time for digital governance and digital infrastructure service providers to be online and maybe in time. I think such workshops are not only timely, they also deserve appreciation and support from the government, because together we can develop and together we can deliver governance, and we can prove the point that minimum government and maximum governance can only be done through digital governance. I must thank the organizers for giving an opportunity. It is my proud privilege to be here in front of Mr. Chandrasekharji, who listening to him is always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.